Yeah, very good. So we talked already a bit about lecture 8 about what we see here is with publishing websites, and we mentioned these solutions given for static website. So this is not about PHP or ASP, which is a dynamic website. So they use such a backend programming language to provide such a website, and we need kind of specific solutions for them. But basically, HTML files can be hosted anywhere. Any web hosting servers can do that. And there are also lots of free solutions. Here's not the latest list. Or GitHub is probably a popular solution. I think many here have tried. You can simply create a repository in GitHub and upload your files there, and then use the link generated by GitHub in the websites, in the web browsers. And I think there are also some others. Let me show you some things. Yeah, of course, Google Cloud hosts everything. So they are like selling their storage, and they're selling their computing resource. So of course, you can use them to host actually everything, website or desktop application. Yeah. And well, I did not get the latest update, but it used to be a free starting package. Maybe it's still in there, as you see here, get started for free. And yeah, it gives you a very concrete analytical views on, first of all, how much memory, how much storage space you have used, and how many data traffics. So these days it's really important to understand all the metrics on the information around your website. It's not only about uploading the website, but it's about okay, how many visitors we have every day, and which page they visit the most. And okay, maybe they visit the specific product page. So this may be the product that get more interested from the market, and that give you some hints. Maybe you focus on developing that product. And yeah, so the metrics and the analytics part will give you a lot of insights. So so nowadays, hosting and uploading a website is not really focus anymore. It is what we have to have, like a basic infrastructure. But what we should ask more when you upload your website is about the data analytics and some advanced infrastructures, yeah, and some like machine learning or some other things they can do for your website. I use the triple noon web host. So this cPanel, PHP and MySQL is the classical tool set for uploading a PHP website. So if you interested in a dynamic website, so this always be something easy to learn and easy to get support. It's really like thousands of people are using the triple web host, and even more number of people using the cPanel. Yeah. Right. Yeah, Eric's always come up with a very nice suggestions. I have to admit that I don't know this site as well. Yeah, wampservers.com. Yeah, let's try out. Yeah, Yeah, so this also similar to what I said. So people's really like as a web developers, they're really familiar with the set APG server, PHP as a backend language, MySQL as a database, PHP MyAdmin as the administrative sites for the server. It's a server software. It also, well, it's actually integrated also with the database management. So yeah, so this kind of like one-click solutions when you click and install in your local machine. And well, well, like if you only have HTML, like you only need a web browser, right? Like Chrome or Microsoft Edge, because you do not need the compilations and you do not need a server running to host it. Yeah, exactly. So very good. So MAMS is also a popular package if you are using Mac. Yeah, that's good. So Mac or Linux base is actually a command line like CLA command line interface. So they are more see if people are more familiar with like typing and writing in a command like so command interface, something like this. Yeah, yeah, okay. You can do like something like this or ipconfig is yeah, so this is more like familiar with the Linux users. So Mac is based on that too, and yeah, and but this one is give you the um, this gives you the graphical user interface. You can install exactly the same way you do in a Windows computer. Yeah, so and this have of course the version for Windows and have the version for Mac. I don't know if it is still free of charge. Well, it used to be, yeah, it used to be free that you can use it without paying anything. But again, this is also the solution if you need to run a PHP or dynamic websites. And I'm sure that you guys, maybe most of you have be able to upload your website somewhere else in some host and try to see that. Yeah, we talked about the domain name as well, and last week I think someone, maybe Eric, yeah, I don't know, yeah, that have already given the very good website about where you can search for the available domain name in Norway and buy it. Yeah, uh, there's some things I haven't tried out actually. I know people trying it like. You're having a domain name with a special characteristics like for example something like this if they allow to have the Norwegian character like this, and also starting with the number or having a number something like this. Yeah, yes, yeah, exactly. So domain name shops, yeah, you find also many websites like as a third party service providers in this way. So they actually also they are also the middleman. What they do is they will follow up the request to upper organization who manage the domain name. So we need to make sure the domain names that's also the IP. Yeah, the domain name is unique. For example, here you have the lunnevägen.com. So we need to make sure there's only one web address like this. So, But the good thing is that I think this page is innovation and is familiar with with everybody here when we live and work in Norway. And also the more important things with this is the supporting service or the like post-purchase service. Like after you buy it, maybe you do not know how to config it. Actually, it take me sometimes when I starting using website, learn to config the domain name and make it like point to my hosting server. Yeah, and sometimes you can see it happen right instantly, like after a few minutes. But in some case, it can take few hours. Depends on like how frequently they refresh the status of the uh, address server. Yeah, and here domain name from okay. Oh, this pretty cheap. So it's like 15 krona per year. Yeah, email like email, that means for example I have the website lundevegan.com. I will have my email for example anh at yeah, anh at lundevegan.com. Yeah, instead of using gmail.com, so it's more professional. Okay, and yeah, okay, so Punosh, yeah, web server, I think is a web hotel. And that's also quite cheap. Yeah, I think it's what to try now with this. Another thing I want to mention is when we talk about this, yeah, right. Yeah, so you find a list of normally when you use or when you choose a web hosting server, they will give a concrete guideline how you can upload your files from your local machine to the server. Yeah, so but most likely will be one of these tools. Yeah, as mentioned, nowadays it's not like 10 years ago when I started to upload my first websites, and I only care if the website works. And when I click into the domain name like lunavegan.com, I can see what I have developed. But these days is really important to understand like owner metrics around the traffics, like I mentioned, like how many sessions, how many users, page views, and page view positions. Yeah, so all this information, especially when you do e-commerce, like you are selling some products and you have your product in different page. It's very important to understand like how people visit each page. And so on top of the web developments, there are some people, there's surrounding service. For example, search engine optimizations. That means oh, if you want people to find, if you want people to find your website by Google search, for example. Yeah, so if you selling for example, you selling flowers in Oslo, and you want people when searching a flower in Oslo, your website will come in the first page of the search results. So this is very important because many studies shows that the people most likely only stay in the first page of the Google search, and they rarely click to the second page and so on. So it's important to improve your ranking in the search results. So search engine optimizations is the term is represent for the whole areas that support that help with this. Yeah, so basically you need to pay them some yeah money, some amount, so they will have to make your website more visible in different search. And some other things like use a Google Analytics service, or also Amazon's also have that. So when you're hosting your website or you're using their computing resource or storage resource, this is very important to understand different metrics. And another thing is that people using a lot these days marketing, digital marketing package. I'm talking about using Facebook advertisements, using yeah, now they use also TikTok advertisement. So your website will pop up when people browsing through Facebook or TikTok, yeah, or different kind of social medias. And they improve a lot the relevancy. So like Facebook, they know who actually the people who talking a lot about flowers, who actually bought flowers online before. So they were try to show your websites to the person, to the people who most likely to be relevant or potential customers for you. So yeah, so this is actually also very active, and is a very popular service nowadays when one's thinking of starting your digital business with website. Yeah, it's not included in this scope of the lecture, but I think it's good to understand, and at least the terms and on things around. So if you really doing the professional business using your website, so it is always good to know. All right, so this. Please write your questions regarding to the web publishings here in the chat box. In the same time, I need to go back here. Okay, let me see. Yeah, so I have two other courses with exactly the same content with this course. One running in Pro Campus that I need to meet them weekly, and the other one is also a net course. Okay, no, not this. So we have the adjustment regarding to the scope of the topics for exams. You find in the final module as well. I mentioned before, and you can watch the video, but you can also probably the quick way, if you are not patient enough, is to click on the slide, the PDF file. Is the indexing yeah, it's the indexing page that is linked to different content in the course where you find them, and they should be sufficient to help you to prepare, and it's been give you confidence to pass the acceptable level of the exam. And regarding to Uplic 2, yeah, I gave the feedback to everybody. So some you will get the more detailed feedbacks, and some you get a bit more general. And in the case you get the general feedback, it means that all of the requirements are actually implemented in a very good way. And regarding to the connection from the Uplic 2 to preparing the exam, there will not anything need to be worth to notice. Yeah. So I can see that you, you have able to write a lot of the JavaScript code. Yeah. A lot of people using Flexbox as well. But yeah, as mentioned in the exam preparations, there's a limitation regarding to these topics. Yeah, so talking a bit about the exam, so it's actually the first year for us also to do the digital exam for this course. Last year and the year before, we all do is that people need to travel to our campuses or to some separated locations where is approved by our university, and you sit there in 4 hours to do the exam. So this year you need to log into WiseFlow, and I hope you get the detailed instruction on how to do that. And the exam questions will be given there, and as a, I believe as a PDF file. And you will dry everything in your local machines, and you will need to submit it in a PDF format as well. So it's like I will give a grade for the kind of open essays. Yeah. So this means that I would not expect. So we do not require the codes if they are available in the exam to be written in a perfect way. That means that if there's a question asking you to write code, you don't need to use Sublime and write the code and then check for all the code to be correct. Don't need to use a W3C validator for doing that, because the idea of the writing code is that you understand logically and what should be there, and we will not use a web browser to test for that. We might use that to see how well you have done, but the grade will not be based on how perfect the code is. So if you be able to write the code that's logically address on the required on the questions in the exam, and you can also give the reasons, logical on argument on that, then it will be fine. But of course, so if I take the code and I run with the web browser, it show exactly what I expect. There are no doubt that you will get full score for that question. Yeah, and all other parts of the course is of the exam. Sorry, I think it will be more or less that you do not use any development tools, and you can write in paper, and you can write in any text document using any text editors. That will be sufficient. Great. So yeah, so questions and yeah, and thank you, Venture, for clarification. So yeah, that's yeah. I believe that you received the email from Wiseflow if you actually be in the approved list, because we need to transfer your results. This is similar to honor course. If you do any course in the academic course, you will get your results in the FAQ person web. And there we have the results of for this course of the two public governor that need to be transferred to the Wiseflow, to the list that we of the people who can sit in the exam. Yeah. Doesn't mean that everybody who eligible to take the exam will be there, but this the list of who are allowed to, and then who will receive the emails, I think. Yes. Maybe yeah, another question I think I got before that it's if you allowed to use some things, some support. So I think that all of the exam we will do is open book exam, so you will be free to use any supporting tools if you have.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
This is Wenke. Is during the exam date, will you be able to answer any questions if we don't understand the way the questions are formulated?
Yeah, good. Yes, very good question. Yes, so I will be available so from 9 to 13. So yes, so let me see how it will be, because um, normally I will need to be very close to the exam locations, so people from the exam office they will be the one handle the organization of the exams, and they will inform me if there are some questions or there are some things need to be clarified, and I will come to the exams office, or I come to the exam room to clarify. Maybe here they will send me email or contact via SMS, but yeah, let me see. But of course, you can also write an email or send directly to me. Um, yeah, so all of my contact information have been published before, and you can find also in Yamashita. Yeah, so can either also ring me or send SMS as well. Yeah. Yes, so short answer is yes, I will be there. But also we try to eliminate on the problems of the language or any related issues. So we have a Tinsin sensor. So he have to go through the exam questions and go through all the answers and validate that everything correct and everything is according to the standard and also according to the learning outcome of the course, and yeah, and fixing all the small things with the typo or language. So yeah, so it should be a very I mean well formulated exam questions that you would have. So we have it actually already. It's actually sent it out today, and I think they are under preparation for the formal publish. Yeah, so please, if you have any questions regarding to the content of the course, or you have regarding to the exam, so please share here. Very good. So and you get the grades. That's I need to find a bit more about this. What I do now is let me see. I have so many things on my plate, so I have to do it right now, and then hopefully I will get the feedback tomorrow morning, because we haven't hosted any DQ course before for a regular course. If the student they like this year another digital course about web link, they take the exam on the 3rd of December, and then they will get the result maybe after that of 1 month, like it will be after the new year. Yeah. But I think it will not apply to this course. Right. Let's see. Yes. Right. So Venture say, yeah, yeah. Thanks a lot. Yeah. Have been really giving contributive feedback as well as comments during all of the meetings. So that's correct. So what I mentioned before, the first part of the meeting today is about the part, the final part of the course about web publishing, and do we need to have our own domain name and hosting for the exam? No, of course not. Yeah. I believe that when on taking this course, you have some professional intention behind. So I think that the publishing is something very relevant to you, and this I believe that there will be something you can take further as well. And also understand that a lot of like self-learning and a lot of tough learning curve happens around. So of course, understand there's a different teaching styles based on the pedagogical philosophy or school of thoughts, available resource, and the university policy as well. Many factors. So maybe you will experience nobody teach in the same way. Uh, yeah, so I really pity that we have really little interaction, because for me I prefer to get a lot of questions, and I will be able to share what I know. So I'm not really like kind of like ABC tutorial. So that's why maybe some of you find difficult from like taking, but I'm very happy to get questions like what we have here. So Vincenzo, yeah. So yes, if you there are two things you can go from here. First, uh, uh, to focus on the front end web link. So that means the basic idea is to produce, to develop a nice layout, nice web interface. So that means you wouldn't use different tools. Yeah, you're not writing, or you're not like use write CSS by your own hand like this way to make the layouts. For example, the people now they use a lot the Adobe XD. And before it's they can like Illustrator and Dreamweaver and Photoshop. So these tools are highly specialized into producing professional web layouts and the interface of the web. They can produce an image and then cut the image and save the top part as a header, the bottom part as a footer. Yeah, and then yeah, you arrange that into a web layout, so it's very beautiful. Yeah, and of course you can also learn to create smooth transitions and logic transitions when you have like 100 pages. What we call is the screens, when you move from one screen to another screen. Yeah, and then how you can do that. So this is all about the front end. So if you want to go further with front end, you need to learn using the tools I am saying there, and also be an expertise with the user experience. Yeah, a good question. I can and talk about that. For another digital course of mine, we have the second part is about HOSEI, human-computer interactions. That's a bit broad, but the idea is to tell that front-end utvikling, besides writing HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, we also need to understand different artistic principles behind making a harmony, beautiful, professional website. Yeah. So yeah, so front end is that the combination of these skills. And the second thing is that you go full stack. Yeah. So I see some people here actually you bootstrap, and full stack. I mean you will learn with backend language as well, like PHP, ASP.NET, or most, yeah, or actually now they also use JavaScript a lot as the backend language. So that's why I mentioned that JavaScript is super important in the web development world. Yeah, so you can yeah, so if some of you learn a lot JavaScript by yourself and for yourself, I mean that's it never be wasted if you go further in this direction. So so tools like you can say Node.js, React.js, PHP, ASP.NET, yeah, Beyond Rail. That's also a language they also use with the framework they also use for the dynamic parts. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, so the second one here is the tools. They do the full stack web development. Yeah, so I can see that there are two. In short, there are two directions. And regarding to the direction one, when ones go in to be specialized with the user experience or user interface. So the user interface is a very technical term. Yeah, you understand the interface. That's the when we look at the interface of the web browsers, right? That's the screen. That's exactly the window where we see everything, other webs inside. Or the interface of your laptop is actually larger than the well, net browsers window, right? It's on the visible areas of your screen. So there's also the taskbar and the start menu, starting bar and status tray. Yeah, all the things you can see is part of that interface. And user experience is not only including the technical aspects. It's about the like how people feel, like how when they using your website, what is their experience. Some people feel okay, it's a very pleasant experience, right? It's a very professional, and but some people think that your website is very difficult to read, and the content is hard to find, and it's a very bad experience, for example. Yeah, so basically it can be used in many scenarios, interchangeable. Yeah, it's talking about the same thing that focusing on the front end. That means the appearance of your website. Yeah, yeah, but as a professional occupations, we have the UX analyst, UX designer, yeah, and UX engineer. So maybe in this way you understand UX as a broader term. Okay, so very good. So here we have some suggestions. Um, yeah, that's a very good term. The universal farming. So this is actually the term that we talk to, like we teach the students on other class. Yeah, that's a universal design. So this is a little bit different from user experience. The focus of the universal farming is to make sure your website accessible. That means that people with utfordringen, so people with, for example, color blind, that's a most relevant case. They can use your website as good as others. If they do not see different colors in your website, you need to make sure you do not differentiate things only by colors. You need to use text showing that as well. For people like maybe elder people that have problem of reading text, you need to make sure your website have the options to increase or decrease the font size, and they should be they should be very easy to find. They should be intuitive. When people go to your website, they can already see, okay, I can click here in case I want to change a font. Of course, you can say modern web browsers. You can change the size of the font or zoom in, zoom out the whole view very easily. But anyway, there's a standard principle that for people who we can assume that they do not know how to operate the web browsers. Yeah, and WCAG, that's the standard. Yes, exactly. And actually, it is integrated. You can download a plugin and put it in your Chrome in your web browser, and it can test right away if your website are following yeah, or having the right accessible level. Okay, let me see. Okay, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so very quick, I share my screen so I can see. Yeah, so here's just a very simple website. Actually, it's a solution for one of the weekly exercise, and yeah, and again, if you are not familiar with that, I think you will use it more and more as you're working with website developer tools. And this option is available not only in Chrome. If you use Mozilla Firefox, Mozilla, or you use Safari, there is also a similar option. And here I installed before a plugin for example, ACE. That's one tool to help to analyze the accessibility level of the website. And also a plugin that already integrated. So if I only see here, okay. So here, if you see in the screen, like when I point to element in my website, the first part is giving me the name of the element. For example, here's a HTML and font size 16 and font family Times New Roman color black, and accessibility is where it gives more information. Here, if I select specific things, it's a paragraph page and with the color red. Yeah, it has a margin also 16 and 0. And here's the accessibility level is given like AA. The AAA, the triple A, I think is the best one. Yeah, the AA is I think it's medium, and you see here they have the the warning icon. Yes. Yeah, yes, good. I forgot this. Yeah, so Jack, hi. I think you got feedback for your Uplic tool. I think that does look very nice and it's really promising to go further. I mentioned before, well, maybe you watch again this recording of this meeting. So, but in short, there are two directions. You go further as a professional front-end developer with user experience expertise, and the other one is take further as a full stack web developments with learning also the backend side. Yeah, so that's maybe you take a corresponding direction from here. Yeah, you can take further course regarding to, I mean, web design. Maybe they call it web design or user experience design. And but basically, you learn to use Photoshop or Adobe XD or Illustrator. And we have we do not get further information regarding to a future organization of such a digital course. Yeah, so maybe you will hear, maybe you will have some ways to subscribe to the university, and maybe you will get the information when we have, but so far there is no official setup for digital course in this way. Yeah, so then I would like to thank you all, everyone, for attending the course, and yeah, for and also I think I think you should be proud of yourself with the what outcomes of the course, because I see through both the oblique 1 and 2 the improvement, and there's actually many good submissions oblique 2 that's is very similar to professional website you can find on internet. So I have years of working in such industries, and I'm still doing that. I'm not taking project directly for myself, but I do consultants for many international companies still. So yeah, so if you want to get some more advice about the professional career and developments in the software industry, not only web developments but also other things. I also do my research, and I set my startup myself. I have my company, and that's why I'm so busy. But also this give me experience that I can help, I can share with you. And in case that you want some advice regarding to not only the web developments but software in general, and do it in your own way, I think there's some things I can share with you. Yeah, so you have my contact, so you're always welcome to write to me after this course. But nowadays, yeah, I think that's good luck to everybody, and I'm sure you will do good. The ones that are here, I know that I know most of you through your deliveries. I know you will do good, but yeah, but uh, good luck, and thank you all. Yeah, bye bye.